Hello, guys. Welcome to another interview on DeFi Guy channel. Today we have a very special guest, Matt, Bizdev on BluezNFT, part of the core team on AstridDAO, and also Aster ambassador. We're going to discuss the current NFT markets, the Blue NFT's new features, and some updates on AstridDAO. So thank you very much for being here, Matt. And I would like to start you talking a little bit about your background and how did you get into crypto in the first place, Matt? Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Hello, DeFi guy and everyone. Glad to be here. Uh, like my journey, I was studied biology through my college, so I'm a little bit here off of my primer, getting used to. So my journey in Web3 and crypto began back in 2017 when I first started following blockchain technology and made some small investments. However, it wasn't until 2020 during the COVID lockdown that I fully immersed myself in this world. Then I couldn't pursue my regular work. So I tried trading, but it turned out to be too nerve-wracking
Yeah.
and not the lifestyle I wanted. So yeah, instead I decided to educate myself on various DeFi protocols, NFTs, and other Web3 application. So during this time, I came across Polkadot auctions, including Astar projects. So after participating in the auctions, I joined the Astar Discord community where I find joy in guiding newcomers on staking and other issues. So it was during this time that I got noticed by Toga, who had heard things about new projects from Mingxi, which is also part of the Astar team. So he approached me and tell me that AstridDAO new projects are looking for some community manager. So after video call with Mingxi, I joined the AstridDAO on the full-time basis. So yeah, but our journey didn't end with just one project. Together we created SAO2 Finance, which is currently the top lending protocol on Astar, and now in our fourth month, we are deeply focused on building the Blues NFT marketplace, uh, capitalizing on the opportunities despite this market's current stake. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very similar. Yeah, I started being on the Discord first, and I found out very cool people there, like Toga you mentioned, and Rams. They introduced me about all these ambassadors programs, and it's a very very nice way to introduce in crypto because you can find projects that want community managers, like you said, for AstridDAO was one example, and then you can slowly understand more about the technology and create some tutorials, educate other people. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. And you mentioned about the blues NFTs. That brings to the another question here, another topic, which is the overview about blues NFT. Matt, can you explain a little bit about what is the project? The new features, for example, the launchpad that you guys are exposing right now, even the proximity with the Japanese community. I'm seeing on Twitter you're very active on that. And maybe talk about the depth staking. I saw that you guys reach 46 million asters, so it's a very good milestone. Can you talk a little bit about Blues?
Yeah, sure. So, a little short info about Blues. Uh, Blues is a kind of new NFT marketplace built on the Astar network, offering kind of a unique and exciting platform for creators, collectors, and investors in the digital art space. So as the world becomes increasingly digitized, more and more individuals are looking to invest in those digital assets, and we are trying to provide a secure and friendly space to do just that. Uh, let's talk a little bit about Launchpad. So
Yeah.
we recently launched kind of a beta version of the Launchpad. So it's addition that allows artists and creators to unleash their creativity and showcase their digital masterpieces as like unique NFTs. You can launch NFT collection or one-on-one NFT on Blues with beta version. Few steps you have to take. I created uh, the pre-screening form, which is form we ask for some basic information about your project, about your plans, about your like experience, and kind of the basic information. And once you are accepted, you will provide our team with all the necessary details about your collection, and we will be launching your or deploying your NFT collection just for you. But we are also open because the collaboration doesn't we need to be stopped here there. So we believe in working together and support artists and creators. So we will try to co-market your NFT collections, leveraging like platforms like Twitter to spread the word, and possibly also featuring people's collection on our landing page for some extra promotion. So kind of we are planning to also implement this kind of forms into our front end, which is like directly on our side. Who doesn't know what is front end?
Yeah.
But we are currently not having this feature, so yeah, stay tuned for that.
Yeah, very interesting. You mentioned about like the one-to-one economy, because when you see in crypto, there's two sides. You know, the PFP community, they call the flippers. They like to use bots. You know, find down floor price and flip pretty fast their NFT for a profit. But then you have the one-to-one community, which is more artistic. They care about the royalties, and that's one of the questions that I would like to ask to Matt. Is the some challenges in terms of the NFT current NFT markets? You know, and how Blues are going to focus their their project, if it's going to be for PFP, one-to-one, or games. Because for example, you can see here in this data from NFT Go, they have very interesting statistics. And in the liquidity in the last 3 months are just a disclaimer, it's overall NFT markets, is not necessarily on Aster, you know, but they do a very aggregated data here. And the 3 months liquidity is coming from games, you know, so they even surpass collectibles and PFP. And we are seeing this trend also not on Aster. For example, Half 3, this move to earn game that they're getting very interesting volume and liquidity. Do you think the future of like NFT marketplace are going to be focused on games because they have some utility? You need to use them every single day for some specific function, or you think the PFP and one-to-one are still going to be like the leaders in this market? What do you think about that,
A
Matt?
lot of innovations and questions.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I we know the like the reduction in NFT activity and volume during bear market is a common phenomenon
yeah.
observed in the cryptocurrency space. Bear markets typically lead to decreased overall market sentiment, so uh, that's why what I think we 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 welcome every like standard or type of NFT. From my perspective, gaming will be really pushing forward. It already is. I was talking with the CEO of Iona on my journey in Prague Blockchain Week, so it is definitely possible. We will be supporting that too, and this is connected also on the new standard, uh, Remark NFT standard, which is like pretty awesome. And in game, this is like huge for games because you can own NFT avatar, and the NFT can own another NFT like weapon or
Yeah, pretty
shield.
cool.
So that's gonna be huge. That's for sure. But it's more like connected also to what I would say about like the Japanese collaboration. We are offering for every individual or project to launch through Blues. So for an example, with contact with some poem writer, which he wants to launch through the Blues, and basically there will be like picture, and if you purchase the NFT, there will be like single poem, for
Oh,
individuals.
really?
So this kind of like kind of exciting, because we are not just aiming for high volumes and big projects, whatever. We
Yeah.
are trying to do like a little bit low approach, or to welcome everyone. About the Japanese, we are trying to our best with the Japanese Twitter, or
Yeah.
the connections. So we set its sights on becoming the leading gateway for major Japanese corporations
Yeah.
into the real realm of decentralized applications. So we are trying to provide a secure and user-friendly environment for buying and selling NFTs on the Astar network. And I think like the Japanese market boasts a thriving interest in art and collectibles, making it prime target for us. So we are positioning ourselves as quintessential platform for Japanese enterprises and projects and individuals. So the core strategy centers on like establishing early connections with Japanese users, fostering a profound understanding of their needs, and addressing any concerns they might have when they are diving into this like Web3 technology. So what what I learned already, uh, the Japanese market for art and collectibles is huge. They're little like NFTs, and like
Yeah.
there are some vending machines for NFTs, Hearty, which already also using our APIs, and we will be collaborating with them, are like doing this photo booth. When
Yeah.
your photo will become NFTs. So basically, we are approaching them, and uh, we need to tailor like our services to align with the unique cultural and economic landscape of Japan, because Japanese people are like more cautious about new things they don't know already. So basically you have to simplify all of these steps, and they need to understand this, because otherwise, if they don't understand 100% what they are doing, what are like the risks or benefits, they just won't. So yeah, this is our approach for the Japanese market right now. And we are also closely working with Astar Japan Lab, which is awesome, because we are kind of have connections to the projects from the hackathons and Sony incubation program. So yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. And you mentioned that the adoption on NFTs on Japan is it's getting very well. We're seeing updates from Sushi Top, this project that is tokenizing, creating tickets in some railways already in Tokyo, and I'm seeing a bunch of like Sota recently retweet a project that they're using for you know it's like a unique collection. It's a collectible that then you can sell in a secondary marketplace, or you can use as utility as a ticket to entering like a railway. So it's pretty interesting seeing that um, in terms of Aster, they are trying to focus in institutional or real use cases. It's not only like a collectible, but I think there is market for both, for a real use case, using as a ticket, or the secondary marketplace for one-to-one art and PFP and games assets. So it's pretty interesting. And there's right now, I remember last year we had this royalties war. So in one side you had the PFP community. They want to have in the NFT marketplace some enforcement in the royalties, so they can have this passive income from resale. And the other side, you have the PFP, the flippers that don't want that. They want maximize their profit. So, what's your opinion on that, Matt? Do you think the future of this NFT marketplace are going to be more to the one-to-one community using this functionality, which is pretty interesting, innovated, which is the royalties, so they can have this passive income, or they're going to go to some like Blur did, um, given the option to have royalties or not. What's your opinion on that, Matt?
Uh, well, it's a little bit complicated, but yeah, royalties are kind of pretty big right now.
Yeah,
We are trying to set some, amount between like I don't know 2 to 10% of royalties, but there are some exceptions, of course. So yeah, basically that's what you will be also filling in the Launchpad form. But yeah, it's up to artists or collections what are they aiming for. So we just leaving on them. We will be supporting. We are permissionless marketplace,
yeah,
so basically we are free to kind of like do anything with your collection. Yeah, it will be like cut it to 10%, but you can reach us maybe for more. We are like kind of fee less,
yeah,
and it will be like maybe permanent, I would say, because it's just the trend, right? Blur has it, and now OpenSea, follows because you need to adapt. So basically, it's also free. So
yeah,
our royalties make sense, especially if your project is kind of like DAO also, so you can get these royalties and do something more with your like friends like AstridDAO, and so it's kind of like nice to have. Yeah.
yeah. No, I agree 100%. And the other thing, interesting thing happening in a lot of NFTs or even DeFi projects are the gamification, using a Zilli, Crew 3 or Layer 3. So to incentivize the use of the on-chain activity, generate some fees, and also create engagement with the community. So what's your take on that, Matt? Do you think the future of the Web3 market is going to be this gamification with leaderboards, so people need to follow this quest and so on? Or it's going to be more organic? Eventually, we're not going to need something like that.
Yeah, well, I must say it's really improved version, because I
Yeah.
remember times where like there was Gleam campaigns, like there was kind of like task like this, follow, retweet, but it was like not fun in it. You have to like offer something. It was like really working well back before the crash. We gained so many followers and
Yeah.
like this from the Gleam campaign, but sadly, like there's ton of bots in there. So I like these new approaches like Zili and Airlift, that can be like valuable additions to our crypto projects. So by incorporating game-like elements, these strategies can significantly boost your like user engagements and incentivize participation within the project's ecosystem. So basically, through rewards, challenges, and interactive features, users are more likely to stay actively involved and develop like sense of community. So this presents an opportunity also to educate users about your projects or in general cryptocurrencies, blockchain. So that's what is right now doing also Cosmice. There's a little bit quest in that, simple questions. You get a point, but you will learn something, at least. So that's really something. I would like to have this also in Astar Airlift campaign. So that's one suggestion. But yeah, just however, it is like crucial to strike a balance between gamification and substantive value, and like the ensuring that the project's long-term goals are not overshadowed by short-term rewards. So additionally, compliance with some regulatory requirements and maintaining strong security measures are essential to avoid like potential risk and negative impacts on the project's reputation, because sometimes the tasks are like uh, too hard, like you have to be careful what are you doing, and the campaign has to be like it has to be making sense, for the user uh to be participating and have fun already.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Is that um, I'm I know, for example, there's a Brazilian guy that's working for Layer Three. Recently he joined as a core team, and he was saying that engagement now because we are in deep bear market. Not deep because this year we have a recovery, but between March, April last year to until the beginning of this year or February this year, it was tough, to create something, engagement. Yeah, Quest is on Twitter, Discord. The interesting is that you can have roles on Discord, so you start to gain XPs of these points on these projects, and then you can go higher in this ranking on Discord. Eventually, you can be whitelisted for NFT or airdrop. So yeah, I think even I comment in the last interview with Rams about this because at least my generation, we're very game addicted in terms of because
Yeah.
it's the biggest industry right now. It's if you put like music or even movies together, it's not the total of the market cap that game is providing. They're filling up stadiums. So if you use this tactic to this new generation to integrate in your project and create at least some engagement. You can find some friends too in between this events. So I think it's a good movement. So Matt, there's another project that you're part of, AstridDAO. The decentralized money market with the native stablecoin, the buy stablecoin. Can you give us, a little bit of overview, their competitive advantage, and then I can ask you if the project has um, objective to not only use Aster as collateral, and if you have plans to add other tokens as collateral. So can you give us this overview?
Yes, sure. So as you said, like AstridDAO is decentralized money market and multi-collateralized stablecoin protocol built in the Polkadot ecosystem and on Astar network. So the issued stablecoin called BUY is hard pegged to USD and collateralized by multiple crypto assets, including Aster, USDC, USDT, Bitcoin, Ethereum, DOT, DAI. We got like 10 or 11 of those collaterals, and yeah, uh, the the edge of the AstridDAO that we got like instant liquidation and instant redemption, and support like for stablecoin as collateral. AstridDAO achieves higher capital efficiency and price stability over stablecoin competitors like DAI, MakerDAO, or AUSD, or now it's ACET. So basically, in the biggest advantage for AstridDAO is that you don't need to use like these high percentage of collateral. Okay, so we got like 130% for Aster, or you can do a stablecoin to stay safe. So it's like 102%. Usually it's like twice time or three time more. So basically you can use less funds to be stable, and we are battle tested through
Yeah.
through these years. So yeah, the interesting fact also, that BUY has been the highest issued native decentralized stablecoin in the Polkadot ecosystem, I think like for half year in 2022. And also, furthermore, AstridDAO was selected to the Microsoft for Startup program, and is the third or one of the first incubatees in the Astar incubation program. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of
that
overview of.
yeah, that's pretty cool. And not only that, I think using a native stablecoin in a blockchain is very important. We saw what happened recently with the Phantom community, the multi-chain bridge. They were hacked, and most of their TVA on DeFi was using bridge stable coins. So that creates a systemic risk that can destroy entire DeFi ecosystem.
Yeah.
And now when we're seeing the adoption of Buy on Aster being this native, the contract deployed on the layer one, or it has when we can see is like a layer one. And I think it's much safer to use this than a bridge asset. We have some stable coins right now that are bridges, Seller and other ones, but I think it's much better to use a native one. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's totally true. Like with AstridDAO, we like recently revamp our UI in UX, so we are kind of improving in this kind of state. But DeFi and especially stablecoins are like pretty devastated after the recent
Yeah,
events. So we are kind of halt the development of it. We are ready to deploy XCBuy, which is like for other power chains. We are like
oh
already in contact with a lot of them, but we are held by Astar and also us to deploy like T tokens inside like Astar, and then we can use the XCBuy to go to other power chains. But there's not a good timing for it. So yeah,
yeah,
basically we are more looking right now for other native collaterals,
yeah,
but as we are really cautious about it, because in terms of liquidations you have to be really have liquidity somewhere else. So basically what we all like need to add the collateral, like we are right now, it is looking good with Bifrost,
yeah,
but we need 500k on our swap with their token somewhere in some pool to be sure that we can cover the liquidations cost. Otherwise, we are not, there's not safety on that. So that's our like kind of issue with others parachain, because we are in contact with Fala on Interlay, it's like Equilibrium, etc. But the liquidity is just not there, like by
yeah.
far. So nobody wants to add it, right? It's still a really tough market, and I think it will be like much longer to be fully recovered. So yeah, we will see.
Yeah, yeah. Advantage of the Polkadot ecosystem is at least we're using the XCM in some way, So if we are using this native infrastructure of Polkadot, transferring native tokens between parachains, I think it's much safer, close to what we have in on even on Cosmos with IBC. But when you have these federations bridges that we are seeing right now with multi-chain as example, and then we have a poly network, billions of dollars were hacked because the multi-sig is in control of one or two people, and if somebody take control of these keys, it's over. You know what I mean? So I think the great advantage of Polkadot is that you have this native interoperability, uh, and the liquidity is not fragmented, so you can easily transfer these assets natively. So pretty cool, Matt. So Matt, we're getting close to the end of the interview, and in the end, we always ask for the guests to make like a give advice for the beginners, and some market trends that you're seeing right now that people need to pay attention. So can you give us like some advice, and what you're looking for right now.
Uh, yeah, well, uh, starting like over in crypto today, that's like brings me like a lot of memories. So let me maybe share like some story of my early days, so I can like based on this do some advice for aspiring crypto enthusiasts out there. So when I first dived into crypto, I was so eager to explore the world of other coins than Bitcoin because I already know it. So I stumbled upon some this new coin with like some catchy name, that like
Yeah,
promised to revolutionize how we communicate online, let's say. And excitedly, I invested small portion of my savings into it, thinking I would become a millionaire overnight.
yeah,
So little did I know that this was just a classic case of pump and dump scheme. So within
yeah.
a few hours, the value plummeted, and I was left staring at my screen with disbelief. So yeah, lesson learned. Always do throughout like research before jumping into any investment or like possibility like this. So if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah,
But for basically for all like crypto enthusiasts who are like eager to get to know the space. So from my perspective, you need to educate yourself, do your research, join discords. Let's do it like our ways. You will be like briefing this kind of space, and it will catch you, and you will have to educate yourself that you understand at least the basic mechanics of like DeFi protocols, or how the NFTs like will work, or what is the benefits. So basically you learn some skills. For me, it was also crucial to do some, network, because crypto is all about connections. So make an effort to network within the industry with your like friends on Discord. Uh, you can ask questions on like some experienced guys. So get to know the space. And yeah, I would say also be wary of schemes. We got like few articles on that, especially Discord or Telegram, even Twitter, or some kind of emails, or phishing sites. You need to be very careful. Close your DMs, like listen to the guides on Discords, which are always like getting those, because there are so many schemes and hacks. AstridDAO went through one hack already. It was just spam, but it's impossible to dodge it because they are like doing through the bots, and if you don't have the bot, like Discord is not that much funny. So yeah, and if you want to join like some or apply to job, uh, I think that the employers in the crypto space often look for candidates who are genuinely passionate about the technology and its potential to kind of like change the world or something. So show that you believe in the mission of the project you want to work on, that you are committed to making a positive impact, because that's what's matter. You don't have to be like engineer or some economy school. You have to like try to learn or yourself and be passionate about the space, and that's it. So just last comment, like in the crypto world, just like in any other industry, a combination of passion, skills, networking, and good sense of humor can go a long way. So I advise put on your crypto cape and venture forth into this exciting space. And yeah, may your journey be filled with like a lot of love, learning, and rewarding experiences, because that's, I think, me and you already got. And for me, it's like so much fun because I'm doing this uh, kind of like it's fun. And yeah, it's really great to be part of something like this on Astar, with you as an ambassadors and all the other people who are so enthusiastic about the space. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Great choice of words. Passion, networking. Showing that you're part of you want to be part of this project and help and change the world. And the security advice is very important. For example, not allowing DMs on your Discord because bots are going to send you phishing links. Even on Twitter, every single day I go to Twitter and I receive some tagging me of airdropping, so
Yes,
and
exactly.
don't put MetaMask on Twitter because you're going to receive a bunch of bots trying to drain your wallet. And yeah, I think it's a very good choice of words. You said a passion, networking, and everything that we are building on Aster is like that. Uh, I'm ambassador of Aster for more than a year, and now I'm doing these interviews with all the content and project creators like you, Matt. And it's very good to see that we are together on this, create and building together this new economy. So thank you very much for being here, Matt. And let's schedule another interview, maybe to talk about Silicon O2 and and other project in the future.
Yes, sure. It was a great pleasure to have me here. And yeah, I will be ready to chime in one other time when we finalize the build of web assembly site of
Yeah,
SIO2. So
that's very
yeah,
cool.
okay.
So, guys, that's it. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell button, and see you guys later in the next interview. Thanks, guys.
Bye. See you.